Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of Nobody Asked for This. This week, we're going to be talking about Talon of the Hawk by the Flat Bottoms and Pulp Fiction, a little indie movie but never heard of before, Quentin Tarantino. I'm joined by some dude wearing glasses. What's his name? Kenny? Say your fucking name. And sit close to the mic.
Gotta build up the suspense.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Mackenzie?
Hello.
Lauren?
What am I supposed to say my name after you already said it?
No. You just say hi, like she did. And
Hi.
I'm Bo.
Or you don't say anything.
And yeah, or you can sit there like a dickhead like Kenny.
Fight the power.
Like
So-
Kenny, making everyone
So yeah, I
Fight
guess
the
it's
power.
fight time already. Let's do media of the week. Because I want to have a couple minutes of nice before we start fucking murdering each other. So, Kenny, do you have a media of the week?
Yes. Before I do that,
You want to share that shit?
did you hear that
Don't fucking do this
alleged
to me.
musical genius and notorious schedule follower Kanye West is going to be releasing an album on the 29th?
Oh fuck, that's 4 days.
Yeah.
That's before the next episode.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah.
Continue with your
Maybe.
shitty pun, if it
That
comes out.
wasn't- There was no shitty pun.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
that's what I was
that
waiting on.
sounded like
Yeah,
your setup
you said
last
it like
week
yeah,
where
yeah.
You gave a
With
crappy
the
pun.
yeah, with the.
That was not a shitty pun, by the way. That was
It was a God tier pun.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
that was the funniest thing that's been said in this room for the entirety this room's been alive.
What's your
Anyway.
fucking media of the week?
Anyway, media of the week. The Softy brothers made Good Time, and they came out with a little thing called Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler is actually a good actor when he has a director that gives a shit, and the Softy bros do give a shit. So I'm interested to check it out.
You're talking about the trailer?
Yeah.
Cool. I watched that too.
It's good.
Yeah, it was good.
Did you just scare yourself?
Yeah, she did.
Bo turned up the volume on my mic and suddenly I was like screaming in my own ears.
You're really quiet on the waveform. Sorry about that. Mackenzie?
So I kind of forgot about a media of the week, but I have one that I've just found.
Excellent.
And it's a short story of how Willow Smith played me. In short, she has a song called Wait a Minute.
Yes.
And it's so good.
Wait, have you never heard that song
No, I've
before?
never heard that song before.
Oh my god. That is such a good song.
Yeah, and when I think Willow Smith, I think like Whip My Hair.
Oh
kind of
no,
stuff.
no. You need to listen to her whole discography now. Because it's good.
Yeah, I might have to.
I will say, I was in the same situation as you last year. She was like, dude, listen to this fucking Willow Smith song. And I was like, I think the fuck not. But it is actually very good.
Yeah.
So
He actually told me the song was terrible. And then he listened to it and was like, oops.
it's like, wait, that's
It's
actually
good.
good.
It kind of bothers me knowing that she was 14 or 15 when she made that song.
It's an amazing song.
It's so good. And I did watch the music video for it, which did not meet expectations. It was a bunch of white people on like a beach drinking wine.
No way.
Yeah.
It's just a Corona commercial.
It was pretty sad.
I've never seen the music video, but
Yeah, so there it is.
speaking of music videos, my media of the week is a music video.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Tell me
called.
about it.
Well, I already made Bo watch it. I don't think he liked it, but I
That's
made him watch it nonetheless. It's by Will Joseph Cook, who is I love him. That's all. He's I don't know if it's a band or if it's like just his name. It's just him that sings. I'm not really sure.
But will he?
He has one of those presidential assassin names.
Yeah,
It's
so
3
like
names.
that's the joke. Is like one of his things is like he has new shirts that are like Will Joseph Cook is not a question because everyone's like, will he? Like people who make shitty puns like you. And so anyways, he has a new song. It's called The Dragon, and the music video I enjoy it. Bo doesn't, but he's got a cool. Don't interrupt me. He's got a cool pop indie sound. Yeah, he has other cool music too. If you like yeah, I can't come up with anything off the top of my head. Just take it from here. I can't.
I'm offended on behalf of my puns. I just hope you know. They're
I
not
know.
shitty.
All right. Next.
Okay, so before I go, I'm only going to tell you one time this week, Kenny. The next time that I have to tell you, I'm just gonna assassinate you live on air. So what I want you to do is speak from your chest, buddy. Okay. Anyways, my media of the week is Official Sausage Dog. It's this fucking Instagram account where this lady posts pictures of her fat little Chihuahua dog, and he's the most beautiful baby I've ever seen in my
Can we
life.
see?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
he's
handsome.
fat. Oh,
he baby.
He baby.
Anyways, that's it. That's all I have. Sausage Dog. Follow.
Very high quality meat of the week.
You'd think when you say sausage dog, he'd be a wiener dog.
No, but he's a sausage dog.
He's just chunky.
He's
Sausage.
just chunk.
So now the friendly discussion is over. Let's move on to the album. Kenny, you want to start?
Sure.
You have to say what the album is, guys.
I said it at the beginning of the show. Do I have to say it again?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
It's Claws of the...
Eagle. Talon of the Hawk. Front bottoms. Kenny, overall impressions?
Okay.
Holy fuck. Mackenzie pulled out a notebook. I'm afraid.
Damn. It was good. It was, like, playful, almost. But, like, the lyrics were not.
Exactly.
It was, like, very much of a Bo album. And Peach is the best song on the album. That's it.
Kenzie?
I also liked Peach. Peach is a good song. Overall, I think I liked the album. Getting into it was hard, though, just because of the way he sings. So I had to listen to it once, and then once I listened to it again and was used to it, I enjoyed it more.
I do agree with that. His voice is unorthodox, I guess is a good way to put it.
Yeah, he just, like, it's like talking.
Yeah, he sounds like actually like more, I don't know, when he sings, he just like emphasizes a lot in the way he talks. Like it's very similar.
That's true.
It's a really indie thing to do.
It is.
Because, like, Mom Jeans.
Yep.
It's, like, exact same sound.
Modern baseball does that as well.
Yes.
Lauren?
Now, I don't want to start any fights.
Please start.
That's a lot.
Just prefacing, Bo and I have been together for how many days over the last, like, 2 weeks?
Too many.
We're starting to butt heads.
Yeah.
And this album was a struggle for me to listen to because I did not like it even a little bit. It's a very Bo album. I won't say that it's a bad album because I couldn't properly judge it because it caused me so much pain to listen to. I just...
Oh, God.
I don't know. I try to be, like, not judgmental. Like, when I listen to music, I try to give it, like, the benefit of the doubt and everything and listen to it all and, like, take it, you know. I struggled because it was just... It's that whiny emo boy voice that... Nope, don't shake your head. It is.
This is where we have our first disagreement.
It's the whiny boy emo voice. You know...
He does not. Nope. He does not have the whiny emo boy voice.
He's literally the epitome of the whiny boy emo voice.
So, in case you don't know,
you're in denial.
We were talking about this yesterday. We were talking about this last night, actually. And she was relating it to like
modern baseball.
Oh shit! Modern baseball. Fall Out Boy.
No.
No, I
didn't.
that sound. What was
like
the
Fall
other
Out
one
Boy
that you
had Talent,
No.
maybe.
Yeah, like the emo, like the
and then
early
she played
days
like
of
some
emo.
like random generic emo song that I don't actually remember what it was, and I was like, that's not what he sounds like at all.
I played modern baseball, and said this is exactly what it is.
There was a third song.
I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's
like Mayday Parade or some shit. And I was
I
like,
did
nah.
not play Mayday Parade. You're literally making things up. I'm gonna come over there and just like wail on you, dude.
Please. So
yeah, so I don't have anything about like the music or the production because it felt like when you're like 13 and you want to go like, you know, the emo girls had like the big hair and like the eyeliner. I feel like they'd go into their room and like cry to it, you know?
I don't know anyone who is crying to such an upbeat track.
Upbeat.
Yeah. Like foot stomping, jumpy folk tune, pretty much, for the most part.
No.
Am I wrong?
I mean, I said it was playful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay,
What's
cool.
that one song that's like super depressed?
A twin size mattress.
Chill Milk? Something?
What?
Chill Milk? What the hell
That's
was
not
that
a.
song?
That is not a song on this album.
Yes, it is. I
It's
swear to
not.
God, I fucking listened
It's
to it.
That's just a life tip.
Oh.
Put the milk in the fridge. Au revoir, Skeleton, Swear to God the Devil Made Me Do It, Twin Size Mattress, Peach, Santa Monica, The Feud, Funny You Should Ask, Tattooed Tears, Lone Star, Backflip, Everything I Own.
What the heck did what I do?
None
Pull
of
it on
those
my
are
butt?
milk. Chill milk.
Oh my God! Wait! I see what happened. So I was listening to it on my laptop.
Mhm.
Can you cut this part out?
No.
I was
The wrong
listening to it.
I didn't cut
I was
Kenny's thing. I'm not cutting
listen,
yours.
Listen to what happened. So I was listening to it on my I have no idea what the emo song was then because I was listening to it on my laptop on YouTube. So to check what song it was because I was like, wow, this song is really bad and emo and like sounds whiny. I went to go write down the thing on my phone. So I was listening to the lo-fi chill hit beats on Spotify.
Oh my God.
So Chill Milk is one of those songs. So I have no idea what song was the whiny sad boy one. but there
The
was
only one that is remotely sad boy, I think, is Twin Size Mattress. The rest of them are like really fast and like energetic.
There was one that I said was mildly energetic. Tattooed Tears. The guitar, the strumming was different and faster.
That one's like, I think that one's the one that's like straight up a punk song.
I don't think
There's a
it
couple of
was.
them that are like that, where it's like you might be playing an acoustic guitar, but that is straight up a punk song.
The strumming was different from the rest because the rest of the time I couldn't really tell what song was what because they all sounded the same. But
Yeah. So getting into my opinion on the album, this was a Bo pick. This is a Bo album. I just want to thank Lauren for recognizing that I am a 13-year-old emo girl with big hair.
yeah,
And I think that my major complaint with this album is that if you listen to it from track 1 to track 12, like all the way from front to back, whatever, they do kind of start to run together by the end. But I think that's mostly because like the last 5 songs are like thematically similar and like instrumentally similar, more so than the first 5 or something like that. But if you listen to it on shuffle, that alleviates that entire problem, and it becomes a much more enjoyable experience, in my opinion. I think their sound is like super unique, even among like weird indie pop punk bands from 2012, because they have like this fusion of like punk music, pop punk music, and like folk music. So like even when they have like a distortion guitar, it's clean most of the time. Like on Twin Size Mattress, it's like an acoustic guitar and a clean electric guitar, and I think that creates like a really unique sound. I fucking love this album. Do you have a top track, Lauren? No top
the
track.
one that's not on the album.
The one that's Lonely
Chilled
Eyes.
Milk.
Yeah.
There's one song that I like.
Lonely Eyes.
Yeah.
That's what I just
It's not off that album.
Yeah, no, it's on some EP I can't remember the name of.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like whiny sad boy music.
It is whiny sad boy music though.
It doesn't sound like it. It's more upbeat. And it actually sounds like it's not like, I don't know how to describe it really. It just doesn't sound like it has like a weight pulling it down, which is how I felt about the rest of the songs. It sounds different. It sounds different.
It does sound different. It sounds a little different. A lot of their music on their EPs is like less produced, so it's like I don't know. It sounds like he's further away from the mic. Do you have a top track?
I
top
did have
tracks?
one.
Oh, okay.
It's the one with the accordion.
There are a couple of them. Au revoir.
Is that the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a top track? Top couple tracks? Something like that?
I really like Twin Mattress.
Twin Size
I
Mattress.
mean, it's definitely their most popular song for a reason.
Yep.
Lyrically, I think it's phenomenal. I like how they, tell their whole story in it. And I think it's really the first song on the album, or maybe the second, that starts to get kind of electric.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that a lot. It feels, the first couple feel a little underproduced, and
Mhm.
it feels like his singing doesn't fit into the song. It feels like they're separate, in my opinion,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
I think the album really does hit its stride.
Yeah.
From Twin Size Mattress on, it's like fucking on the track
Yeah.
locomotive going. Sad time. Kenny, you have like a top track?
I already said mine.
It's Peaches. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember you saying that. I didn't forget. I promise. So I have like a top 3. Twin Size Mattress, Au Revoir, and Funny You Should Ask are my 3 favorite on this album. I have fun fact. I listened to the commentary, and I'm pretty sure it was a joke, but there's a point in on the commentary where he's talking about Twin Size Mattress, and he says that there was a demo that was 14 minutes long. I was like, oh god. Like, imagine like the fucking Shine On You Crazy Diamond of pop punk that's terrifying. You touched on like the lyrics a little bit. I think that's another thing that really sets them apart is their lyrics are really cool.
Yeah.
Like I picked
Skeleton.
Skeleton. Yep. I picked 2 quotes that I thought were like really either funny or like they just stuck with me. The one from Skeleton is, "Who am I kidding? I can't get past you. You are the cops. You are my student loans." And that shit's fucking hilarious.
Did he get stoned in that song, do you think?
I think maybe he mentioned that at one point.
He might have.
But on the commentary, I'm pretty sure he's like, "Oh yeah, we don't do weed, but like my friend, totally." Because you can't be like, "Do drugs, kids." You're not allowed to say that on a podcast per se or something like that.
Which you wouldn't want to anyway, because drugs are bad.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to say, "Do drugs, kids." That would be a really bad thing for you to say on a podcast, like where people listen, and then the kids might do drugs. That would be really bad. Don't do drugs.
Band name though? The Kids Might Do Drugs?
It's not like
I like where your
that
head's
sounds like Kids See Ghosts or something. Kids Do Drugs.
Might.
Those are the same band name, actually.
Kids Do Drugs.
Kids do drugs, kids see ghosts.
Yeah.
Certain drugs.
Yes. Anyways, you said you liked Tattooed Tears, but that was
No,
on
I
my.
didn't say I liked it.
You complimented it in some way.
What did I say? The guitar riff
Yeah.
was better.
Yeah, when I said top track, that was what you gave me initially. And then you were like, "No, wait, actually, the other one."
I didn't say I liked it. I just said it was different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my like least favorite song on this album, I think.
That's right. Sounds about right.
Yeah, we're in line. We're still working here. The other line that I have picked out is, "Make sure you kiss your knuckles before you punch me in the face." I fucking love that.
Wow, that's so angsty.
No, it's not. It's about femdom, Lauren. Get with it.
Well, can you do me a favor? Can you cut yourself out?
Yeah, here, let me just.
I have no idea what.
Yeah, that was fucking stupid, but I liked it. Does anybody else have anything they want to say?
What was the first of your top tracks you mentioned?
Twin Size Mattress. The 3 that I said were
Yeah,
Twin
yeah.
Size Mattress, Au Revoir, and Funny You Should Ask.
Why do you like Au Revoir?
I like Au Revoir because it's metal as fuck.
Is that the one that I said?
Yeah,
That's the one with the accordion?
maybe. There's a couple
It's the
songs with
first
the
track,
accordion.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the first song.
Yeah.
But the part where it goes from like basically playing a bass guitar, where it's
Mhm.
just like single note plucking a bass line, to like power chords. He's kind of yelling a little bit.
I see that.
That's a big nut.
No, we don't say that into the mic.
That's
please.
big nut.
Stop.
Big. Sorry, Mom. Damn, Lauren, you clipped all the fucking way out of that. Why is your laugh so much louder than your talk? Maybe I'll get the death threat this episode, Kenny. What do you think?
Bo's had
You
at
still have
least
time.
like 10 death threats in like the last 24 hours from me, so it's okay.
Yeah. So, do you have any closing thoughts?
Actually, my only one critique of it was it might just be because it's following Au Revoir, but Skeleton and then the song after,
Swear to God, the devil made me do it.
yeah, felt kind of long. And they're only like 3.5
do.
minutes.
But then after those 2 songs is Twin Size Mattress, which is like 5.5 minutes, I think, which is the longest song on the album.
Yeah.
But I definitely agree. Au revoir is like a great intro track, but at the same time, it kind of gets you set up to like be like, wow, this song is really fucking long.
This album felt never ending, similar to the documentary on corals that
It's
I
like-
had to watch this week.
It's only like
For
40
my-
minutes.
That's
I know, that's what it's 42 minutes and 32 seconds. That's what I'm trying to illustrate.
it felt never ending.
It's actually 6 less songs than Hollywood is Bleeding and are around the same amount of time, I believe.
Another never ending album. My closing thoughts would be that I respect those who like it. They like it for a reason. There's music for everyone. Please don't make me listen to it again.
Okay, so next week we're going to listen to Back on Top by the Front Bottoms. This is the Front Bottoms podcast now. We're just going to fucking talk about the Front Bottoms every week.
We can do Mom Jeans and then
Oh, yeah,
Modern
actually.
Baseball after.
Yeah. I think
Hope you
that's
guys
a great
have
idea.
a great podcast going forward. I will not be.
You know what? I was actually
joining.
thinking after we were finished with like some indie bands, we could do like classic punk, like we can do Dead Kennedys and Rise Against, and then we can move over
The
to something
Dead
like.
Kennedys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way you like the Dead Kennedys. I
There's
refuse
a
to believe
skeleton
that.
wearing a kilt.
I prefer my Kennedys alive. Thank you very much.
There are none. They all die.
Mackenzie, closing thoughts.
Well, I don't know. I guess it was really nice to listen to a sad album that was so fun.
Right? Yeah, that's a good. I like that. That's good. Lauren, do you have anything?
No,
Uh-huh.
I already gave mine. Remember?
Cool. I'm just making sure. I don't have anything either. I feel like I already talked way too fucking much about this album. But what I do have is maybe a really shitty, poorly explained. And with this segment, the goal is, I think, maybe not intentionally, but just to make the poorly explained more poorly explained every week to the point where next week it's gonna be like one word and one piece of punctuation, and that's the whole thing.
Week after he's just a
Tacos.
grunt.
Semicolon.
Yeah, I'll just go.
Oh.
All right, so got my scoreboard ready this week. I don't know why I got the scoreboard ready. You're not gonna get it right, so it doesn't matter. Neither of you are. It's kind of shitty.
Bo made it, so you know it is.
Yes. Bully cures polio.
Okay.
Bully cures polio.
You let this happen,
Um,
Kenny?
Bully cures polio.
Bo let it happen. I just kind of.
Polio.
I made it.
I can't even think of a movie that has polio in it.
Ah, we're fucked. I was really banking on that.
You're
Do we
banking
know
on
the
polio.
movie?
I hope so.
Man flexes on FDR by standing up.
Child with polio. What year did that movie come out? 1995.
It was
Same
the
year as
same year as Pulp Fiction and Shawshank.
Yep, 1995. I think.
Such a fucking good. And Lion King. Such a good year for movies.
American classic.
Yeah. All
Maybe
of
the
them.
quintessential American classic.
Oh,
Film.
is Tom Hanks in it?
Yes.
Oh
Fuck,
my.
why can't I think of the name of this movie?
I'm giving you the point because you know it, but
Oh, God.
continue trying to
And the
come up with the
chocolates?
name. Yep.
Yep, yep.
Oh my God. You did not describe Forrest Gump like that.
Yes,
did.
that's it. That's it.
Yes. I am getting the death threat this week.
Read it again.
Bully cures polio. That's the whole
How?
movie. Okay, so at the beginning of the movie, Tom Hanks, little baby Tom Hanks. It's not actually baby Tom Hanks. Fun fact, they have a different actor that plays the child, Forrest Gump. He has
Really?
polio. He's got the leg braces and stuff, and the bullies are like, "I'm gonna kick your ass." And he's like, "No," and he runs away. Polio cured.
That's not the.
Polio
That's
cured.
like 3 seconds of the movie, Bo.
I don't know. It's the inciting incident of the movie.
It is.
And you know what? That's good enough for me.
You could say it's poorly explained. Nope.
That wasn't
Death
even,
threats
that
back
wasn't
to
even
me.
the plot. Oh my God.
I think you guys deserve a point for most poorly explained. Poorly explained.
Fuck yeah,
That's all
what I'm
Bo.
going
That's
for.
all Bo.
Yeah, so next week, I'll give you a preview of next week. That's the clue for next week.
Gross.
Think about that
I
over
wish
the-
you didn't
you
do
think
that
about
because
that
I
over the
heard
next
that
7 days.
loud and clear.
I can do it again if you want.
No.
Are you sure?
Can you get on with it?
In anticipation of neither of you getting that right, I added a part to the scoreboard where it says house, which would be me and Kenny. But Mackenzie, on the shit. She
Hell
got
yeah,
it.
Too
I'm on
smart.
this.
Too smart for her own good. Okay, so
So Lauren, I've heard you have another hot take.
yeah,
Let's
What?
move on to movies.
yeah.
Don't come to me first.
How do you feel about?
Can you let me calm down
Fiction.
first? I want to strangle both of you right now.
How do you feel about so like maybe if I took like a peach or something and I kind of took the middle out of it like the pulp maybe and I used it to
You don't
and I
call
used
the
it to-
pit of a peach pulp.
I thought you were talking about calling me by your name for a sec.
and I take it and I use that I
Okay,
use the
but-
pulp
Stop
to, like,
talking.
write
Hey,
Why are you
something.
calling the pit of a peach
Timothy
the pulp?
Chalamet, stop it right
No,
now.
I'm making it into
Hey Tim,
the middle of the peach, like not the skin, the other part. You know what I'm saying? Like the meat of the peach. I'm gonna make the meat into like some goop, and then I'm gonna use it to write
hey yo
some
Tim.
shit that I made up. Call it Pulp Fiction. That was terrible.
You shall may
Thank
never
you
do
for
that
fighting
again.
me the whole way there, so that my really sly 5-second shitty joke turned into a 25-second one while I had to fight to
You
actually
absolutely
finish saying
deserve
it.
that.
Mm. I think
That was
Kenny needs
awful.
to be the only one with jokes on this podcast.
Oh Jesus!
I'm the only funny
Okay,
one.
Fuck.
Why did you say that
Confirmed.
to him?
You boosted him.
Oh my god.
Now he's gonna say some dumb shit. We'll be
I'm
right
here
back
for
where we
Kenny's
are.
dumb puns.
Honestly, I am too.
They're actually
That's
smart
why-
puns.
That's why I asked.
They're great puns.
You're
the best puns.
Not allowed to do that. Anyways, Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction
If
made
Lauren-
Kenny cringe. That's how I know I'm on the right track.
I don't want to start.
I'll start. Why is this movie? No, actually, Mackenzie, you start. I'll save that because that's funny. I'll save it for later. That's not good. Like,
Go
Bo
now.
calls
intro
his
on.
own joke
No.
funny for the 17th
You
time.
started. You gotta finish
All right,
that.
so I was gonna say,
Come
why
on.
is this movie so goddamn horny? All the fucking time. Every scene in this movie is like, there's like a fucking 20-minute conversation between John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson about foot massages.
And that's like one of the best parts of the movie.
It's really good.
There's
What?
either guns or sex in this movie.
Because
No
I don't think
scene-
there's.
I
Is
don't
there
think there's
actually
any
any
sex
sex in the
out.
whole movie?
Oh, there's
No.
the oral pleasure.
Ah, yes. I forgot about that.
So you guys have both seen this movie. Had you seen this
I
movie
had not
before?
seen this movie
Okay, so
before.
we hadn't seen the movie before.
Yeah.
I'd seen parts of it, but I'd never seen the whole thing.
You could say I'm familiar with this movie. How do you feel? First time viewer, Mackenzie.
I like this movie.
Have you seen other Tarantino movies?
I don't know that I have. I feel like I probably should have, but I doubt it. I enjoyed it. I really liked the dialogue and I think that's what really makes this movie stand out is how the dialogue furthers the character
I 100%
development
agree.
as
Mhm.
opposed to the plot.
I think everyone would agree.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's kind of the shining aspect of a lot of Tarantino movies, in my opinion. Like especially like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which I know neither of you have seen, but
Yeah.
it's like he took like the dialogue scenes from Pulp Fiction and made a whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah, it's just good dialogue. He's good at that. Also, the way that he builds tension in Pulp Fiction is kind of like that's how he would go on to do it later in movies where he would do it much better. But in Pulp Fiction, he does it good where like you're talking and you think something's gonna happen and it just keeps going. Like they just keep talking. Like really long shots, not a whole lot of cutting. Like the diner scene where
Mhm.
Samuel L. Jackson's pointing the gun at the camera. Like there's like very few cuts in that scene, especially compared to like a modern action movie
Yeah.
where they cut like 800 cuts a second.
So, the fading in and out. You know how like a scene would end and it would fade out.
Yeah.
I don't know that I liked that because it felt like what are movies that still do that, right? Like
A lot of movies that go back and
Because-
forth in time.
Okay, so maybe
that.
that's what it is.
Yeah,
but
that's
I
what it
felt
is.
like I was watching like badly edited PowerPoint, you know, where it does like the fade in and out. I liked the movie.
It's like
I'm not saying that it was
it's
bad,
like the
but
Star Wars left swipe.
Yes,
Yeah.
I consistently noticed it every time it happened.
The Star Wars left swipe is fucking
Yes.
obnoxious. I hate that shit
That's
so much.
That's exactly how I felt about
Yeah.
this.
Where it's like fucking Google Slides.
Yes, that's exactly what he do.
Yeah.
It fade out again, and I was like, there it goes. Like I can't not notice it. Anything else?
I mean, I have a lot to say, but I was gonna let Mackenzie. Do you have anything else?
I mean, I don't know. Just about like character stuff. I think all of these characters were so unique and different, and they were pretty well developed for like what they were in the movie. But the one thing I didn't like about it is how the female characters kind of were, and not that I wholeheartedly disliked them or thought they were bad characters or thought they were outright like bad representations of female stereotypes. I just don't think they had the same development and the same kind of opportunity in the film to be as dynamic and interesting as the male characters.
I'm so glad that you brought that up, because after I finished the movie, I didn't finish it. I left like 20 minutes at the end. But I brought it up to both Kenny and Bo, and I said, I felt weird watching this movie.
Yes.
Okay, great, amazing. I felt weird watching this movie as a woman. I felt like I watched it with two groups of all guys.
Uh-huh.
So I felt so strange because I felt like the female characters were kind of just not literally like given the shaft. Like they were just like, okay, well, we'll have to develop you and you're there, but
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
It was definitely weird. Whenever there was a female character, I was like, this just feels off to me. And
Yeah.
at first I wasn't quite sure why. It felt gross.
I felt like an outsider watching it. Yeah.
Hypothesis.
Tarantino.
Tarantino does not fuck. So he does not understand how women talk.
No. And I mean, I didn't want to sound like, when I brought it up to them, I didn't want them to be like, oh, Tarantino, because I don't know, people get really defensive over Tarantino.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to be like, Tarantino sucks. He hates women. I liked the movie.
He probably likes women, and I would actually bet that he likes women a lot.
He
and
likes
their feet.
women. Liking
but
women and respecting women are very different things.
he does not write women particularly well in any movie other than maybe Kill Bill. Maybe.
Yes. That can be debated, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a good mom.
Yeah, and you know, the thing is that I guess I live under a rock, but I didn't know about the Uma Thurman thing with Tarantino.
Which one? Oh, where he spit on her?
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
their relationship, I didn't know about that until I was curious after watching Pulp Fiction. I was like, how does Tarantino treat women? Because after I finished, I was like, I'd like to know. So I Googled it, and of course, everything came up that was like,
Isn't he married to like a supermodel or something?
Like an Israeli supermodel, yeah.
Damn, I really just said guy who's married to Israeli supermodel does not fuck. And you know what? I stand by that. Fuck him.
okay. So yeah, that was how I felt. I really enjoyed it. But I did feel like ostracized in some way. Just, I don't know. And Bo told me that he has friends that are women that like the movie.
Yeah. Well, she was like, I feel like women can't like this movie or something like that. She made like kind of a very strong she made a very strong statement about it. And I was like, well, I do know women that like this movie. So
I liked the movie.
that's good.
I
liked it too.
I felt odd.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
You did feel odd.
It wasn't I guess I'm just used to watching like really empowering women movies these days, but also I don't think that's what it is.
Yeah, and also with it being, what is it, mid-90s?
Yeah.
Mid-90s was like Spice Girl, power
golden
women image, and so
Like off the back of the mid-late 80s, like female action movie craze.
yeah, and
Down
so
into the 90s where you get Pulp Fiction, where it's like, there
But
are 3 women in this movie.
Yeah.
4.
Yep. I actually looked at a thing where I was like, how many lines are in, like, how many lines women get in all the Tarantino films. I pulled it up and looked, and the only one that was, I think there were 2 that were above men, and it was Kill Bill and not the second Kill Bill.
No,
though.
the car movie, Death Race. No, not
Death
Death
Proof.
Race. Death Proof. That's what it is.
Death
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So there were 2 that were. The rest of them were like anywhere from 99% men lines to the like under. It was under 1%
Yeah. Well,
women.
Reservoir Dogs is
Mm.
99.9, I believe.
Except for the waitress.
There's a waitress, and she apparently makes a noise at some point in the movie that she's never on screen or anything like that. So
Yeah.
I don't think it makes them less great movies. I think you just have to be conscious of it watching. That I didn't feel like the movies were made for me. Or like I definitely
Even with you in mind.
yes, I definitely wasn't the intended audience or like even thought about when making.
yeah,
the
you were
movie.
definitely not.
Mhm. So you can
I was
watch the
gonna say
movie,
some
but
stupid shit.
I guess you take it with a grain of salt, just knowing that hey, this probably isn't made by the best guy.
Fun fact: most directors, actual bad people, like
Mhm.
asshole bad people.
Yeah,
Or at
except
least the
for
good
women.
ones.
At least the good ones. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
All of them. All the ones that I've read about, at least.
Yeah.
Big dickheads. Like
Yes.
Kubrick, verifiably insane man.
Yep.
Probably hit people a lot. I don't know.
Probably.
Probably. I'm trying to think of a way to go back to like film critique from
I
that.
made
It's kind
a-
of hard.
I was gonna say my favorite scene was the car scene when
Oh, yeah.
not in the car, when they're going to clean the car.
Mhm.
The dialogue for that was one of my favorites. He asked
That's
him,
actually one of my least favorite scenes in the
really?
movie.
Really.
When he
Yeah,
asks him
'cause-
to get coffee.
Yeah, because Tarantino is in that scene. He plays the dude. I don't know what the fuck his name is. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yeah, I
Jimmy.
was gonna say something.
And he says the N word like 4 times. I'm like, ah.
Not in that specific scene though.
That whole sequence is what I was talking
Yeah,
about. where
I
they're
just
at his
liked that
house.
specific car scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think this is the only movie.
because they start critiquing. They're like, sorry, Kenny, I just had to finish my thought or else I'm gonna forget it. They start asking. There's like blood all in the car, right? Because he shot the guy, and they start talking about how the car runs and like how good the car is, but they're not. I don't know, man.
It's a dead guy.
Yeah, it
It's
is a
funny.
dead guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny.
They're completely
'cause there's a
not
dead-
talking
yeah.
about the elephant in the room.
Yeah, because there's a dead guy and they're talking about the car
Mhm.
running.
I also the guy that was supposed to be all like tough and cool, like most.
The wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh wow, tough guy, and then he says cream and sugar in his coffee. So
Yeah.
I like that as well. Just the juxtaposition of like. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, you get it. All right, Kenny. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Shit.
All
Kenny
right.
does not remember what he was going
I
to
do
say.
not remember. Although I can say something.
Yeah.
This movie is like weird because it's like Tarantino's Big Lebowski. Like no one else on this planet could have made this movie, and that makes it both really interesting to watch, but to talk about. It's such a weird, like avant-garde world that it's
Yeah.
hard to like discuss.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about the girlfriend? Bruce Willis's girlfriend?
Yes.
The worst part of the movie.
The worst
Mm.
the worst written character in the movie, certainly. The most annoying character in the movie.
Mrs.
Mayhaps.
Oral Pleasure.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun to watch.
No.
That was not fun to watch.
I
She's not
can't-
fun to watch.
He also like yells at her because she forgets to watch, but like
Yeah. He calls her the R word.
yeah.
Welcome to 1990. I actually discovered a fun fact about this movie because we were watching the movie. I was watching it with Kenny, and I believe Lauren was there at this point.
I believe I was.
And Bruce Willis steps out of the shower and like goes off to the side, and it, like you don't see his dick, but I was like, wait, no, I want to see Bruce Willis's dick. Show me Bruce Willis's dick. And Kenny told me that they had to get a body double for a different movie that Bruce Willis was in because his dick is so small that he didn't want it to be shown on camera.
That is true.
Is
Like
it
that.
really true?
Yes.
Like wow.
It's fucking
Oh.
hilarious.
The Bruce Willis.
Yes.
Small dick.
Die Hard.
Demi Moore, she was not satisfied.
Oh my god.
That's why she.
Fun fact.
That's why she wrote a
Wow.
song for
Cute
Mick Jagger.
fun.
Yeah, fun fact. Haha.
Oh, that's why she wrote the song for Mick Jagger.
What'd you write a song for Mick Jagger?
I can't get no satisfaction.
That movie, that song is very old, Kenny. That doesn't work.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
What do you
Yeah,
mean
it
it doesn't work? Because the
I mean, it
song's
doesn't
old?
work. It's older than the movie. It's older than probably Demi Moore.
That doesn't mean the joke wasn't funny. Good job, Kenny.
Thanks, Lauren.
I mean, I didn't
Your joke
laugh,
is
but like,
historically
good job.
inaccurate.
Just
Your joke is historically inaccurate. Shut the fuck up, Kenny.
he's looking it up. Look it up, Kenny. Prove him wrong. See if that song's older than Demi Moore.
She was like 3 months old.
Then yeah, you can write.
What?
You can write at 3 months.
If you can
You-
That's fact.
I couldn't.
Excuse me, I'm a scripts kid. I was writing.
I actually had an internship at the Daily Bugle when I was negative 4 months. I was but a blastocyst or whatever the fuck it's called within the womb. I was meeting those deadlines.
How did we get?
I don't fucking know.
I just hit the mic. Sorry, Kenny. Are we there yet?
almost.
Kenny, did you find it?
She was born in like 62 though, so
So probably she was probably like
Wow.
6. Damn.
yeah.
I think that song came out in like 1968.
I felt like I needed to
65.
watch Lady
65?
Bird
Okay,
or
so she's
something
3.
after watching this. I felt like I needed a cleanse.
That's one of them Oscar movies that I watched, right?
Yes, women directed, women feature.
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen Lady Bird?
Not yet.
Ah!
I watch all the Oscar movies at the same time, so like,
But this one's a little old.
It's like 2017.
what is it? Like I was gonna say like what 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I watched that with Call Me by Your Name and Moonlight.
And
Probably.
Something La La
no,
Land.
no, that one was with 3 Billboards, 2017.
3 Billboards is a good movie though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. The only movie I remember from that year is I remember Moonlight and I remember Call Me by Your Name, and that's it.
I mean, they're both spectacular movies.
They're very good. I do like both of those movies.
But yeah, I feel like I need to go watch like a.
Wes Anderson movie.
Shut up. Wes Anderson isn't a woman last time I checked, but thank you. I'm not disputing. I wasn't making that point because Pulp Fiction wasn't a good movie. I'm just saying I needed to watch like a woman movie.
I know.
Like I need to go watch like Ocean's.
I think that is a.
No, that's the wrong
Ocean's
one. Which
13.
one's? No, Ocean's 8.
Yeah, Ocean's 13 is like the sequel to Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 8 is the woman one.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Why'd
Yeah.
they give them the smaller number?
Because there's
There
less of
was
them.
only 8. Jesus
It's racist, dude.
Dude, just kept increasing the number of people. It would get way too out of control, way too fast. Ocean's
Ocean's
38.
27.
Ocean's 8.
Kids Bop,
That's
46.
already a movie. Fuck. How many oceans are there? 6?
You guys
7?
want to talk about Kids Bop or what?
11.
On the world. In the
We'll
world.
start
Oh.
How many
hard
oceans
hitting
are
Kids
there?
Bop content.
5?
5?
There's-
Ocean's 5. Earth. It's just a picture of the Earth. For 2 hours.
Indian, Pacific, Atlantic, Arctic. I think I'm missing one.
Indian.
The one up.
Indian.
The one that's up.
The Indian Ocean.
How many Google time, how many oceans are there?
The Indian Ocean.
He said that.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is why.
Pacific,
Yep.
North and South.
North and South. The North Ocean and the South Ocean.
Yeah. There's the Arctic. Did you get that one?
Yep.
There's only
Cool.
4. Ocean's 4.
Oh.
There's
That's what
only
we're doing
four
now.
oceans.
Yeah.
4 oceans.
I thought
5
all of them
continents.
off the dome, so.
There's a couple more than 5 continents. If I want to count again. I'm not. There's a big ass Earth right there. Maybe you want to go count. How can the continents all be surrounded by ocean and there be less oceans than continents? How does that shit work?
What a stupid question for you to ask.
Why? How?
You want to count land masses or you want to count continents?
The next episode, we're going to have a geographer come in.
Next week, I'll be interviewing
Hey,
known
maybe-
geographer. Bill Nye, the geographer guy. He's gonna tell me, "Wow, that was really stupid," and I'll say, "Thank you, Bill." Wow, fascinating.
I haven't had geography since I was in like 7th grade. That's
Dude,
so bad.
I just want to say,
What?
middle school geography B, two-time champion. sitting right across from me.
I had
Okay,
to
but you had
memorize.
like 10 people in your school, so it's not
it was
that
like
impressive.
it was like it's 70.
I remember having to memorize every single country in Africa, and I drew Africa on my I drew Africa on my arm. But then I had to walk around with Africa on my arm all day. So
You're like, yeah, I just really like that Toto song, you know?
If you didn't learn geography from Risk, then like, why would you learn geography?
Yeah, you're dumb.
Yeah.
You don't know geography if you didn't learn it from Risk.
Yeah. Kamchatka, most important country in Asia, because it allows you to invade North America. It's just facts.
It's true. It's on this side. All the way up there.
thank
On the
you,
side.
our token nerds sitting at the table.
Token nerds. You know, actually, speaking
Actually,
of token
not
nerds,
a big Lord of the Rings fan, but
I'm not either. But
Remember that
Thorin
movie?
Oakenshield? Fuck that guy.
Do you guys remember that movie Pulp Fiction?
I was gonna say.
Did we forget about her?
I was getting back. What I was gonna say about Pulp Fiction. Since we're on nerd talk, I'll just look at Kenny. We'll have nerd talk for a second.
I,
So, you know the man Quentin Tarantino, right?
yeah.
Acclaimed director.
Yep.
You know, in video games, you know, Mr. Hideo Kojima,
Yes.
acclaimed video game director.
Yes.
I think that they're the same. They're like analogous. Because Hideo Kojima created Metal Gear Solid, which is like this big like political commentary on like nuclear war and stuff.
Yes.
But he can't write women at all. It's like a really deep and intricate narrative about nuclear war and shit, but he can't write women to save his life.
That's like
And
a
I think
Japanese
Quentin
problem,
Tarantino
though,
is like
isn't
the
it?
same thing.
Isn't it like a widespread Japanese problem?
No. It depends on where you go, who you talk to, I guess. Because like there are good female Japanese characters.
I mean, I'm not saying
Please
it's
don't
like
make me name any of
the entirety of them. I'm just saying like, in general, that seems to be a
Maybe.
motif. And,
I'm not educated enough to speak authoritatively on like.
but you are way
whether-
more of a weeb than I am. So
yeah.
like, that's
So
what I was asking you.
there's some bad bitches in Japan. I've heard about them a couple times. But like as an example, you know, in Pulp Fiction, you have like there's 4 women in the whole movie, and 2 of them are defined by being or 3 of them actually are defined by being somebody's boyfriend or somebody's girlfriend. And then the 4th one is the only mention of her in the whole movie is when the drug dealer is like, "Hey, you single? You want to date this girl that's in my house for some reason?"
She's hanging out for the free heroin.
She's hanging out
They
for free
also
heroin.
make sure that they get out of the house by the time his wife comes home,
Yes.
because she would not take kindly to,
No, she'd be very upset.
and I quote, gangster shit going on in the house.
Yes.
So there's mention of one.
Yeah, but she's like even that
The
just
back
adds
of her
to my
head is
point.
shown.
Is it?
In like imagine, they're imagining what would
Oh.
happen.
Yeah, that she's defined totally as like a,
So
a
almost.
negative force.
Yep.
And his wife she doesn't even have a name. She's just his wife. So the point
No,
that I was
she
trying
don't-
to get to
Isn't that Bonnie?
is it?
The Bonnie problem?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
That's like
I
a whole
think so.
thing. All right, yeah, cool.
There you go. You know more about the movie than I do, apparently. What I
I
was
guess
trying
I
to
just
get
pay
to.
attention to women.
What I was trying to get to.
What you're trying to get to?
Was
See, here's
Hideo
him not paying
Kojima.
attention
Here's
to
him
women.
just
Written.
ignoring women over
I'm
here.
gonna keep ignoring women too. Hideo Kojima has infamously created a female character where like in order to like make her dressing like very scantily, like make it fit into the universe, she's a plant lady and she photosynthesizes, so she has to be mostly naked all the time so that she can take in the sunlight. And this guy wrote like some deep ass social commentary, and he's also like, yeah, woman plant boobies.
That's a Batman villain. Also Uma
You
Thurman.
might be right. Also Uma Thurman. Good call. Segue.
Yep.
Is that Batman and Robin?
Yes.
Fuck that movie.
Yes.
No, it's the other one. It's the one with
It's Batman and Robin.
it's
Because
Batman
that's
Forever.
Uma Thurman and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh shit.
Mr. Freeze.
So
And George Clooney with the bat credit card
And Bat Nipples.
and
was
bat
that-
nipples. Yeah.
And Bat Nipples.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Nerd time. Nerd time's over, Lauren. What did you have to say?
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just a stupid woman. I don't have anything to say.
Okay, we'll just keep ignoring you then. Anyways, Kenny.
Anyways, instead of watching Pulp Fiction,
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Those fruit innards, they cast the line.
Why
Instead of
nuclear
watching
fission
Pulp
when you can have
Fiction,
Pulp Fiction?
go support your women directors. Watch Booksmart. Watch Lady
Watch
Bird. Watch Frozen 2 when it
Point
comes
Break.
out.
That old ass Keanu Reeves movie. Great fucking movie.
Yes.
I swear to God, if I get interrupted one more time by some
are you
stupid
talking
man,
about?
I'm gonna flip. I don't know, Bo. What was I talking about?
I don't know what you were talking about either. You were talking about going to watch female directors. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, cool.
Is the new Wonder the Wonder Woman 1984 is directed by the same lady as the first one, right?
I think so, yeah.
Thank you, Kenny, for having my back on that one.
You're welcome.
That's gonna be a fun movie. You have any other woman movies you want to say?
No.
That's good, because as soon as you started talking, I was gonna interrupt you again, and that would have been.
You would have gotten that death threat.
I would have gotten the death threat. You know what? I earned it. I'm kind of mad. Where is it?
I don't have to say anything.
The glare that I'm getting is the death threat. Nonverbal.
Speaks for itself.
Kenny, you haven't said anything yet. It's mostly Bo.
That's
because
fine.
you've been talking over me, Lauren.
I'll continue.
See the hierarchy is dumb man talks over everybody. That's me. And then women are next. And then beta male is third, and that's where Kenny falls. He just gets talked over by everybody.
Are you gonna let him call you a beta male, Kenny?
Kenny hit him back. Bo always likes to tell me that
I know where
He
he
has
lives,
no
so
choice.
like,
Bo always likes to tell me that it's woman hit a clock. So you know what? It's Bo hit a clock.
No,
Yeah, if you cut that, I'm gonna be mad because
No,
you
I won't
deserve
cut that.
it.
I won't cut that.
yeah, I know where he lives, so like,
But
the score is gonna be
On occasion, it has been known, the clock has been known to strike women. Anyways.
Why don't you go hang out with your buddy Tarantino, Bo?
Disclaimer, I've never actually hit a woman in my life. Yet.
Bo doesn't hit women. He watches Wes Anderson.
Yeah. I respect women. We got off on quite the tangent.
Yeah.
Did we?
Um,
I tried to talk about Kids Bop and no one let me.
Oh, we haven't talked about Kids Bop this. Oh, fuck! I forgot. Last week. Okay, last week. I'm jokingly toward the end of the podcast when we were trying to come up with something to listen to for next week. I said, "Kids Bop, Evanescence, Bring Me to Life,"
Oh God.
and then I listened to it,
We listened to it.
and I also played it for Kenny. Holy fuck! Maybe the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
So we listened to it first, right?
Yeah,
And he paused it. He turned it off before it got to the best part.
yeah, because
He-
I
it
was
was-
crying.
It was going up,
Yeah, because I was crying.
and then
so
he
I turned it off.
He turned it off,
And
and
she
I
was like,
said,
"Wait, no, turn it back on."
"What are you doing?" I didn't get to hear the best part because I was assuming that in the "Wake Me Up" part, it'd be like the chorus of children,
She
like
said that.
surrounding me. I
so,
did.
So she was like, "I want to hear the children say 'Wake Me Up.'" So I was
Yeah.
like, "Okay, we should actually listen to it because that'll be really funny." And then it's a grown ass like.
It's a
fucking-
grown man,
fucking man.
screaming,
He goes,
"Wake me up!"
Audio,
and then
audio ruined.
then you hear the chorus of the children go, "Wake me up!" I can't wake up. So yeah.
It's just Donkey Kong from the Donkey
Yeah, I was
Kong
gonna.
rap.
That was the observation that I made with Kenny was it's the fucking DK rap version of "Bring Me to Life."
That was a
Wake
collective
Me
of,
up
that was a collective
inside.
observation. Boom.
So it was
It's
you
coconut
could say
gun.
it was a
Piece of shit.
bop
Fires
for
and sparks.
kids.
Mm.
Not
Shoot
these
ya.
kids though.
It's gonna hurt.
Anyways. Any closing thoughts? Lauren?
Yeah, any closing thoughts?
You got any closing thoughts over there?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. How about you,
We
Mackenzie?
can't do accents.
Is that Fargo
that's
next?
ridiculous. That's Canadian.
Fargo time.
That was Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
Okay, but like Minnesota, Sarah Palin, like
Same
same
shit.
thing.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's why I said it.
Any closing thoughts? Parting words? Words of wisdom?
Not really. You know. Kids Bop. Period.
Kids Bop, sponsoring this episode of the podcast. I just want to say that.
Kids do not, in fact, bop to that.
Kids listen to
You
Gucci Gang.
You don't know kids.
Do you know kids?
Yes.
I like to think I know smart kids.
7
Se-
of them.
7 kids.
Yes.
Are they the dwarves? The 7 dwarves? Snow White? No comment.
That has to. That's not disclosed.
I'm not allowed to
I don't
reveal
want
that
to out them
information
like
at the
that.
moment. Kenny, any closing thoughts?
Pulp Fiction, pretty good. Not Tarantino's best, pretty good.
What is Tarantino's best?
Reservoir Dogs?
Inglourious Basterds, I would say, is his most like commercial one he's made.
Yeah.
It's most like accessible, and I think it's his best made one. Reservoir Dogs is my favorite, and then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood would be like third, and then
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction.
Have you
was like a
ever
fourth.
seen the cooking videos where the guy cooks in the styles of different directors?
No.
Is that like Binging with Babish?
I'm not sure who made it, but there is one where a guy like cooks spaghetti in the style of Tarantino, and then he like makes a cupcake in the style of Wes Anderson. It's a really funny, it's a really good video.
That actually sounds really cool.
Yeah, you
I'm
should
gonna look
watch
at that.
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It
look at
does
that.
sound
after
cool.
Yeah,
this
it is.
podcast.
We'll all watch it. Yeah, we can watch it as a group. That'll be fun. Okay, that was it.
All right. Next week we're gonna talk about Earl Sweatshirt, some rap songs. I've heard tell that exists. I've never heard it before.
It's 'cause it's just some rap songs.
Yeah,
dude.
it's just you know what? I've heard some rap songs before.
I've
Not
heard
these,
some rap in my
songs.
day.
I listened to that rap you kids are talking about once.
Yeah,
And then we're going to talk about Coraline because it's Halloween. We're actually going to start doing this thing where the next 4 weeks will be like Halloween movies, I guess. Kind of did one already,
Spooktastic.
but not necessarily horror movies, but just like Halloween shit.
Yeah.
So look forward to that.
We're gonna come in and just throw leaves all over the table, and we're gonna make a mess, and it's gonna be festive. I'll bring pumpkins.
And they're going to leave me in here to pick it up by myself.
I think they were all gonna leave.
Oh.
Dude, Friends were like the fall. They were always leaving. What was that? It was like a the baby thing, wasn't it?
I
On
don't fucking
Post
know.
Malone's album.
I'm gonna
I
bring
don't know.
a
The baby
pumpkin
not good.
pumpkin air freshener in too. There's
Please don't do that. I
I will.
have very bad allergies.
You're just lying,
You'll
so
make
that
me
I don't
sneeze
do it.
on the podcast.
Bless
I'm not
you.
lying. See you guys next week.